So hi, this is Patric Chan here. Welcome to today's webinar. And this is where I'm going to share with you what are the 5 online business that you can start and build with minimal cost or even zero cost. And I'm going to share with you not based on some theories and so on, but I'm going to share with you based on what I do or what I use or my students are using. So I'm not going to tell you about how to become a YouTuber and make 100,000 per year, right? Although we have videos, I am the advertising partner for YouTube and so on, but I've never made 100,000 US dollar from YouTube, despite we have thousands of subscribers, lots of views and so on. So I can't teach you what I've never achieved, right? I'm not going to teach you about how to build a startup and sell it for millions of dollars because I've never done that. I'm going to teach you what I have done. So based on experience in that sense, I mean, outside there are all kinds of people teaching all kinds of stuff. Whether they have done it or not, I have no comments about that. But in today's training, it's going to be based on real life results, right? And I'm also going to share with you the strategy behind these 5 models that you can start. So what I want you to achieve, my hope is that, right, you can turn this period into profitable months because we don't want to so-called waste this period of time. If you have to be locked down, stay at home, might as well build something, might as well start something, might as well turn it into profitable months for you. All right. So that's what this is all about. It's going to be very straightforward. I'm just going to go ahead and teach what I have prepared for you. So with that said, let me just go ahead and start. So the number one question is this. Number one question that we want to answer is, how can I use this computer, like this computer that you're using right now to attend this training? How can you use it with the internet and turn that into an online business while working at home? So how can we do that? How can we do that? So instead of us seeing our computer, instead of us just using the internet to watch Netflix or go to YouTube or surf Facebook or surf Google and so on, how can we do that? And that's what I want to teach you today. How can you achieve that? Now, if you were doing any of these 3 things, right, chances are you are not affected that badly. First is this, is it an online business? And I'm not referring to you or me, I'm just referring to you globally in that aspect. So what is an online business? Means that the product is actually delivered on the internet. It is not offline. For instance, Netflix. So let's compare offline business and online business in 2020. AMC, which is the largest theater in United States, lost $561 million. Yeah, $561 million, because they are offline, they have outlets, you go to cinemas, you watch a movie, you watch Avengers, you watch Captain America, all right? So you go there and watch and so on. But Netflix revenue over 6.14 billion in just Q2 of 2020. We're not even consider Q3 and Q4 yet. Just the first 2 quarters, they make $6.14 billion of revenue, right? So that's the first thing. It's an online business. Netflix product is online. The second thing is this, e-commerce, right? As you know, Amazon business saw increase, become very, very, very successful in the United States. Anything that involve e-commerce, as in like selling online, selling over the internet, whether digital products, physical products, and so on, the business increase. So are you e-commerce enabled or not? Or you are selling offline? So whatever stuff, anything that you sell, whether it is, I'm just looking for things, whether it's like a copper bottle, whether it is specs and so on, if it is e-commerce driven, selling online, the business did not die. If you're relying offline, then there's a constraint there, right? And we all know that Jeff Bezos, because Amazon became so successful, he became the richest billionaire in the world. Or maybe second, depending on when, sometimes Elon Musk get number one. So Jeff Bezos became number two. So they sort of, sometimes up and down. So it's either number one or number two. But the point is that because of Amazon and he became the richest billionaire. So ask yourself, are you doing e-commerce or not? Now, when you use the word e-commerce, I'm not referring to just physical products, right? E-commerce is just basically the understanding of that, hey, are you selling online or not? And the third thing is this, e-learning and virtual exploded, right? Forbes published this article, e-learning climbing to 325 billion by 2025. But the key thing here is this, is that the main thing that contributes towards the growth is none other than the pandemic. So people are learning on the internet right now and going virtual. Virtual, as in like this is virtual right now. In the past, I would have done this through maybe a workshop, right? But now I'm doing all virtual. So you have seen Zoom share price from $71 in October 2019 to as high as $518 by October 2020. You know how many times of price increase that is? That is like, my math is not that good. 8 times or 7 times? About 7 times. More than 7x in that just 1 year period. Now, how crazy is that? And this is just, I'm referring to stats in 2020. So what do I mean by e-learning and virtual? So let's say you do network marketing. Let's say you do insurance business and so on. So those are very offline business, right? I mean, you meet people offline, you demonstrate products, you tell them about the opportunity, you tell them about the policy and so on. So those are very offline. So if you do not go virtual, guess what happened to your business? It either died or slowed down very, very bad. But for those who adapt and go virtual, doesn't mean it's e-learning, it's just virtual. The business continue to flourish, continue to grow. In fact, when I built my network marketing business a few years ago, which I no longer active on it because I've already built it, generate passive income, I continue my other business right now. We use the internet and build it virtual in that sense. And this is prior to the pandemic. But that is how we adapt towards technology to build a conventional business on the internet in that sense, right? So the thing that I want you to think about is that despite all the challenges that we have in 2020, if you fall into any of these 3 categories, or let's say you want to start something, if you start in any of these, whether it's online business, whether it's e-commerce driven, or whether it's e-learning and virtual, you are on the right trend. It's all about tapping on the right trend to succeed. Just like the right trend is using Zoom right now. And this is why this is the first time I'm using Zoom. I have to learn how to use Zoom. I have to so-called get uncomfortable so that I can reach more people and to share my knowledge. Everybody with me? Yes? All right. So I'm not too sure whether you know about me or my credibility because I run Facebook ads and you may just see Facebook ads, you see this guy and then you respond to the ad and you have no clue who I am, right? So who am I and my credibility? So I'm a husband and father to 3 children, Marin, Maryrise, and Reeve. 3 kids, 2 girls, 1 boy. I've spoken in 12 countries as an authority of internet marketing, which include United States, UK, Australia, China, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Thailand, India, Cambodia, Singapore, Malaysia, and a few more countries. Total, there are 12 countries in summary. So I have done that in the past, and I no longer do that because in 2008, I made a decision to sort of semi-retire from speaking and traveling all around the world to do what I do. I've authored 3 best-selling physical books, as in like real physical books that you can hold, and multiple Amazon bestsellers, which Amazon books are, some of those are ebooks. Next, all right. So I'm a ClickBank Platinum for 7 years in a row. ClickBank is basically a company that allows you to sell digital products. If you are in this internet marketing industry, you may have heard about ClickBank. If you are new, that's okay. No big deal. But those who knows ClickBank, it's sort of a big deal because having a track record of 7 years in a row with ClickBank selling digital products. I've trained over 11,000 students offline alone, as in like from seminars, workshops, and so on over the past decade. So basically, that's like a summary of my credibility. And I bring this up because I want to reassure you, if this is the first time you ever hear from me, that what I'm about to share with you, I believe information and knowledge that can be very, very useful, because I'm not here reading from a book and teach to you. I'm not here attending someone's seminars, learn some stuff and come here and teach. I'm not doing that. These are all based on track records. And the reason I share with you this credibility is that none of this credibility is based on abstract, but based on facts. So I'm not here to tell you, hey, I've been featured in Forbes, but which I have been featured in Forbes, but that's not like a big deal. I hope that sort of makes sense and give you the confidence in today's training. And I hope that we can have fun. Can we have some fun, right?